into it.
Like we could sell this as props to other companies that do 3D printing things, because that would look really sexy.
Be like the Lego lights. It's a little.
Yeah.
That's that.
We could take that. We could do some more CD filament. Just be like, hey, prop filament, $100, because it looks cool.
100. I think we're live. We're live? Welcome to the Philbot Live.
Philbot Live.
I don't know why I need to be loud when I say it.
It's okay.
We're live.
You're enthusiastic.
I guess so. Yeah. That's what it is.
We're talking about Nalgenes today. Nalgene water bottles, and can you turn them into filament?
You can. Oh wait, it's everywhere.
The answer will surprise you.
Will it?
I don't know. Isn't that the title of every BuzzFeed article?
I feel like every material. Oh, yeah. But every material we recycled worked. So far, technically.
Everyone we've talked about.
Yeah, that's true. There's only one that
There's a little bit of self-selection bias in there.
Right.
That's
so,
okay.
Nalgenes.
Everybody knows what Nalgenes are. Everybody has them. They hold water and you can drink from them. As opposed to my coffee mug, which does not currently hold water. And they're really durable.
This is a beat up one.
What did we do this? We dropped it out of an airplane, dragged it behind a truck.
Ran it over with, that's what we
jumped on it, hit it with a hammer.
I saw your hammer one looking through the videos, and
I actually tried. So, all right, so let's go back. We decided, let's try and make some filament out of Nalgene bottles because they're really durable. They're something people know about. Even if you don't know anything about plastic, you know that Nalgene bottles are really rugged. And,
right.
I mean, you could take one and concrete floor here, we could chuck it across the room and it's not gonna break, and everyone knows that. So having a plastic that has that property, everyone understands, makes it kind of fun to play with, to test. So that's our why, that's why we decided to do that.
And it was part of our lineup of recycling plastics and...
Yeah, if you've been following along, we've been doing a bunch of this stuff, CDs and Lego and
vacuum nozzles.
Vacuum nozzles. Toothbrushes.
Squatty potties. We've done a lot.
We've done a lot of good stuff.
We'll get to it at the end.
Yeah.
All right. So we ground them up. We had to do, it was a 2-stage grind because it was such a tough material. I guess you were leading into that.
I was leading in there.
Okay. My bad.
You know, our initial thought was that we were going to have to do something to break these up, like we've done most of the other materials. We were going to have to cut them or something. And I said, we'll just hit it with a hammer.
Crack it,
and then it'll be fine.
How'd that go?
Not well.
You did have your safety glasses on.
I did put on safety glasses, and I'm beating the tar out of this thing with a hammer, not this one.
I think you had your flip-flops on.
I always have flip-flops on.
They look dangerous. You had the pallet jack like on top of it.
Yeah, I tried everything, and I could not crack one of these. I mean, I feel like if it was really well restrained, like in a vise.
Yeah.
And I had used like a sledge.
Well, I think Otto tried it in a vise. Like I think you put it in.
But with like a big heavy mallet. Like an 8-pound sledge. Oh.
I wasn't part of that.
I was just using a claw hammer.
We'll have to try that out.
It's super durable.
It's great. And
unless you print it. We'll talk about that.
Well, unless you print it with the wrong setting.
Right.
So Nalgene bottles are made from Tritan, Tritan. It's an Eastman chemical material.
Yeah.
We've worked with it in the past, which is surprising. I guess that's all we can say about that, really.
Did we know it was Tritan when we started?
No. Okay. And then I started researching and it all kind of came back to me and makes sense. So they switched to Tritan when they had the whole BPA issue and whatever that does to your body.
Cancer.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
So they switched to this new material, which is just as durable. Apparently there's no BPA in it or any other chemicals.
Hopefully there's no cancer in these.
Yeah,
we don't know.
We don't know.
That's not our...
We can recycle them though once...
Recycle the cancer?
Once these grades go bad.
Once we find out these cause cancer, we'll recycle.
Right.
That's why we tested it.
That's not why.
No, we just want to see if we could.
So we ground them up. They're super hard. I actually wasn't involved really. I just did the writing and live for this. Otto ground them up, and you can see. Looks like there's a little CD filament. Oh no,
it's the ink.
Okay.
It's the spots on the bottle that have the ink.
Okay.
You know, but it's such a low amount by volume.
Yeah, the camera picks up the cool color.
Is it getting the light?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, one of the fun things for us is
touching the
is-
plastic.
yeah, it's that tactile feedback, and just the fact that some of the filament looks cooler than others makes it more enjoyable to work with.
Do you have a favorite material? I think the CDs. are the coolest.
Well, you know what?
For me.
It's a toss-up between the CDs and the Lego.
Oh, that's true.
CDs because of the way it looked, Lego because of the story. I mean, I grew up stepping on Legos. I got in a lot of trouble with my mother stepping on Legos, right? Like that's real to me.
Yeah.
That matters. So we made some filament. We had to grind it twice.
Yeah.
Did you talk about that yet?
Twice. So we had to
Twice,
put
two
it.
grinders.
We had an old grinder, different style. Then we put it in our most recent grinder, ground it up, made this material, and it turns out these are indestructible. Unfortunately, we figured out a way with our systems. So they're ground up, and then we turned them into filament. And Jeremy, you can show that awesome filament off.
Is that coming through? Yeah, it is.
So this
It
filament
just looks awesome.
It's awesome.
It's like if somebody said, "Hey, what would premium filament look like?" It would be this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when it's in a bag, it looks like orange meth from Breaking Bad. But when you extrude it,
it's super cool.
it looks. I mean, it's shiny. It retains a lot of that translucence that the bottle has.
Right.
Which is not. We have not always experienced that with the materials that we've been
Right.
working with. Some quite often it gets a lot cloudier, and of course it did through printing because we're, putting it down in layers versus injection molding or something. But
The printing did come out well. Let's move over to that
printing
now.
worked out really well. Do we want to talk about the extruding? Did we have any challenges with that to make this? Pretty well, didn't it?
From what Otto filled me in about, did you help Otto on that, Kev? So
No one that did it is here right now. But from all of the notes we have, it
and
came
the
out
photos,
really well.
and the prints, and the filament,
Right, everything went well.
everything went well.
We are a distributed organization. We don't all do everything. Actually, we do all do everything, but in this case, you know what I mean. I've had a lot of coffee today. It's like most days.
Maybe here.
But
But
no-
grind your water bottle. You could have some water.
I didn't get a water bottle. So we printed. So what did we print? We started off, we made the standard Philbot test print.
And this one, so a few things about this print. Kevin, you printed this one, Kevin, right?
Yep.
So super, like you really went all out on the quality.
It looks really good.
Like you had.
Well, it's still a .75 nozzle, so.
Okay, so
Not
you
the-
didn't go all
Not the
out.
highest. No, I didn't go all out.
Jeez, but the layer height is a lot better,
looks good.
right?
It's not too bad.
And
But I just went with the first settings that worked. I didn't really. I didn't spend.
Well,
a
and
lot
that's
of
okay,
time.
because what is our job with this? We're trying to see, will it work? Not how good can we make it work?
Right.
Because in order for us to do that, it would be like 12 weeks in a row of, and here's how we refined printing with Nalgenes this week.
oh, we could do it like this.
We'd watch our views go, "Meh." There'd be like 3 really diehard, dedicated people, and they'd be on,
Oh,
you know
God,
what,
it
but if
worked.
you change that nozzle height, that print height to this, and you use this nozzle, 0.4.
Yeah, when we have more time,
Right.
that's what we always say.
Well, we always want to act like that, but people don't really want to watch us. Act
yeah, that's true.
And that's okay. That's all right.
Uh,
So after we printed that,
so this was the first print, and then we printed. We always do with one of these studies is like what relates to
yeah,
that
we want
material.
something kind of functional, something
Right. So to start,
corollary.
Kevin printed a chain.
Don't pull too hard.
Well, break it.
It is pretty durable.
That was the weakest link. Anyway, the chain
Goodbye.
represents Kevin. What's the chain represent? Strength.
I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
The way it printed. Do you want to talk about that? Which was really cool. Try and lay it out. So this was a-
I can't remember the name of the person who posted it on.
That
Thing
was
of
a
it.
lot of work designing that. It's really neat.
Yeah. I don't know how they would
They
have.
might have used some sort of 3D pattern.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's in a spiral, right? And then you pull it off the bed, and it like comes off, and it's a chain, which is really cool.
If you go on Thingiverse and search chain, you'll find this one. It's basically the one that the first one that comes up.
And so then the thing that we made that was relevant, if we want to use that word,
And it wasn't broken before I started filming. Or oh wait, no, it was broken.
it was because you broke it. So this is a wide mouth adapter to go into, the wide mouth Nalgene, right? It would go in there, and it was in there, and then we took it out.
Oh, I want it, yeah.
And then it was broken. But that's a testament as much to the rapid development that we have here and not spending a lot of time, really
It
working
needs
with
to be
temperatures and
printed
everything.
hotter. And I
Yeah.
don't think the filament was dried.
material
No,
itself?
the filament, because it sat for a long time.
Oh.
There's a
before
lot
it
of
went
stuff that we
printed.
could have done, you know, if we wanted to knock out 700 of these.
Yeah, I did notice that he had, this is marked dried, so it must be a polymer we have to dry.
Break the rest of it. Break this part.
I can't, you just
You
did.
just did.
No.
Oh.
Break that in half.
I don't know if we can.
That's
We should have safety
That's
glasses
super
on.
durable. No, that's really, I mean, I bet this is like unbreakable comb. Oh, that would have been a fun plastic to do. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
It doesn't.
So it is super durable. It seems, I expect this would have the same impact resistance
to some
that the
extent.
bottles would. I mean, maybe a bit of degradation, but
I think
it's,
some of the fact
it's
that
pretty,
it failed was a little bit of
The layer or the temp.
It looks like there's only one layer like thick on that part that was holding it to this.
but it's not, you know, a lot of the materials that we've done, it's quite the departure to, did you hurt yourself?
A little bit. I'm good.
Are you exempt
Blood
from workers' comp?
everywhere.
Did you exempt yourself?
Yeah.
Good. All right. Can't get workers' comp. This is his company. A lot of the materials we work with, you're looking at it and you're saying, why? Why would you do that? Well, it is entirely possible that, you know, especially if you have a decent setup with extrusion, whatever, to buy a few Nalgene bottles and end up with an incredibly durable plastic that has some of these properties.
Or a cool
that
color.
that maybe you're not going to find in an off-the-shelf spool.
Right.
You
Or
know?
you're Nalgene the company and you want to make filament from your broken bottles.
Well,
by the way-
I'm sure there's some waste on in the production of that.
It's just Nalgene.
Oh, I
Made
think
in
there-
USA.
There's a recycling.
Nalgene folks, we want to talk to because we have some ideas. Because they have a lifetime warranty, don't they? Isn't that part of why we did this?
Can we send this in?
I would assume that they would get really nervous in the mailroom about this. Here, have some plastic orange meth fragments.
Nice.
So that's kind of the heart of it. I mean, if we had some more time, we'd spend more time working with the prints, but the filament itself came out really well. I don't think we talked about it, but we, of course, pulled off the stickers, pulled off the caps. You know, pretty standard prep stuff for
Oh, yeah.
what we've been
What are
doing.
the caps made out of?
I believe those are HDPE.
They've got the old school
Nalgene logo.
Nalgene logo.
Keeping it. I don't know.
Well, they just don't want to remake those molds.
You know, I really like the narrow mouth bottles.
Because you don't need a wide mouth adapter to fit
You
you
can't
break
put
up.
ice in them though.
You can put thin ice.
You can get small. You ever,
Yeah,
you ever
those
use the
little
tube?
bottle, we had the tube ice.
Yeah, tube ice is great.
Sweet.
Or you just put some water in the bottom, take the cap off, put it in the freezer. That's even better.
Yeah. We have samples.
You do have samples?
Well, we will have samples.
If you're watching this in the future, then we have samples.
We have enough filament for samples. We don't have them sampled, like spooled up and cut up.
We'll put some up and you can get some.
And we
We'll
do
send
have
them to
some other, we still currently, at this moment in time while we're filming, have some other samples.
Grab
that-
some samples. We want to send you samples because
Test them out.
we want your feedback. We want to know what you're printing with our filament that we made out of Nalgene models. Or what else do we have right now?
We still have toothbrushes.
I'm sure we have vacuum nozzles.
We have vacuum nozzles. I
Just got
don't.
a new box.
Oh. Yeah, are they gonna keep saving them for us?
Did we
I don't know.
take more?
Yes.
Why?
Kevin and I
Because
looked.
they were there and they handed them to us and we were like,
Thanks.
And based on the context, it didn't make sense to say no. I know.
No, because it was the first thing that Matt,
I'm really excited.
which is great, Matt. If you're watching, thank you. But
Thanks, Matt.
we finished that study.
I'm not doing any more vacuum nozzles.
I don't know. I thought we would use them when we start getting into mixing.
Oh, okay,
We'll save them.
that makes
Because
sense.
didn't we decide that
We don't have any room,
Didn't we decide
We'll grind
that
them
they
and save
failed?
them.
Because
technically.
they were really hard to cram with.
Yeah,
Mix them with PLA.
Were they
Yeah.
ABS?
they're polypropylene.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, which we
Warps
could
a lot.
probably mix with PLA. Mix everything with PLA.
Oh, it's exciting.
Plappy? Did we just invent another
We're
new
gonna do
filament name?
lots of acronyms.
Plappy.
Oh
Well, we're
boy.
gonna add ABS in there somewhere too. So Flabby.
Flabsby? Flappy
gonna
abs?
be the whole alphabet.
Flappy abs sounds like an issue, like
That's what I got.
with your gut.
Oh.
I have flappy abs.
Any?
I think
comment-
we're kicking a dead horse at this point. Have we had any comments? Anything we should respond to?
A little bit of chat.
Chatter's good. We
Do
appreciate
you-
chatter.
Quickly, one just confirm. Do you recommend drying out for printing?
Technically, yes.
Repeat the question.
Yes. So, do we recommend drying it before printing, or extrude? Well, if the polymer is a material that will absorb more moisture, you do need to dry it. Otherwise, you're gonna get bubbles in the filament, and then while your print may not be that strong, what's the word? Might not print well if you don't dry it.
What are the common filaments that require drying?
Hydroscopic materials?
And what would constitute what's an
So-
example of a hydroscopic material, Tyler?
PLA. PLA is one. Although I have been testing some PLA, and I haven't needed to dry it like during extrusion. I can't see any bubbles. The tolerance is pretty good. So that's interesting. Polycarbonate, I think, is one you have to do.
Okay.
HDPE, I don't think you have to. LDPE, I don't think you have to. I'm doing a lot of guessing right now.
So to say it another way, if your print sucks, try drying your filament and try again.
And there's a few options for that. There's that print dry thing.
A toaster oven?
No, it's a
Toaster
food.
oven, food dehydrator.
Yeah.
Microwave?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the microwave. Skip that.
Set your oven to a low temp.
There was somebody, they had like a spool in their oven, and it had like all of it had melted together. Like,
Yeah, be careful.
that's bad.
That's funny.
That's all I got.
I don't have anything else. Thanks for watching.
Oh, we're over 700 subscribers.
Yeah.
So if you are watching and not subscribed, you should subscribe.
And turn on notifications, because YouTube makes you do that.
If you like,
If you want to watch us live, every Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Standard time. I just felt like.
We need like a drum kit. I don't know.
Can we have a band one day?
Can we have a full band? Yes.
Can
Why
I be
not?
in the band that day?
Yes.
Okay.
What would you play?
The drums?
I was imagining like the kazoo.
No.
You seem like a badass on the kazoo.
Drums.
Are you a drummer?
I could be.
drums.
Bongos. Okay, let's cut to the 30 seconds.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Peace out.
It's like an awkward smile.
Why are you awkward smiling?
I don't know, I thought that would be a good way to end it.
This is a terrible way to end anything. Awkward smiling.
We have Philbot in so many places.
Yeah, that's why we do that.
That's good. It's everywhere.
In case they forget who